Click here to subscribe.
What was that? Are you alright?
Yes, of course. This is a reconstruction of the asteroid hitting the Earth, Rex, which spelled the end of the Cretaceous period, the last age of the dinosaurs, the third, final, and longest period in the dinosaur trilogy.
Oh no, Prof. Aren't we from the Cretaceous? What happened?
Good question. At the beginning of the Cretaceous, land started to break apart from the huge continent Pangaea. The world's climate was warm and tropical. It had 2 seasons, wet and dry. None of that winter and spring business. The climate was great for plants, especially when they evolved flowers. These flowers allowed insects like bees to pollinate them, and they very quickly spread all over the land. There were dense forests too, and dinosaurs like Iguanodon thrived by eating all the vegetation available, which they chewed with their newly evolved back teeth. Other herbivores didn't have that feature, unfortunately.
Sounds great. I heard dinosaurs got a lot bigger in the Cretaceous. Is that true?
Yes, in most accounts that is true. Take for instance the sauropods. These herbivore giants became even more gigantic. In fact, the biggest dinosaur of all time, the Argentinosaurus, was a sauropod. This dinosaur was 22 to 35 meters in length, which is about the size of 6 family-sized cars.
Enough with the veggie eaters, Prof. What about us carnivores?
There were many large theropods back then.
Wait a second, what's a theropod?
Oh dear, you don't know? Theropods are meat-eating dinosaurs that walked on 2 legs. You, me, we are theropods. But back to your original question. That's a tough one to answer, Rex. One of the biggest theropods of the Cretaceous was the Giganotosaurus. This dinosaur was huge and lived in the same place as the Argentinosaurus, which it may have preyed on or scavenged for food. Another huge theropod was the Spinosaurus. Unlike other dinosaurs, it preyed mostly on fish. It was also the longest theropod that we know of. It had a huge sail on its back, for reasons we don't truly know. Perhaps to find a mate, or to keep cool. Not all theropods were big. Some theropods in the Cretaceous were small. For instance, the Microraptor. This tiny critter was so small and light it could glide from tree to tree to catch its prey. Imagine you and I attempting that.
But Prof, what about us? You know, us tyrannosaurs.
Oh, yes, you mean like Nothronicus. That is an interesting distant cousin of the tyrannosaur. It evolved to eat plants instead of meat and had giant scythe-like claws. That's what you meant, right?
No, Prof. I mean us, the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, Well, Rex, we only existed at the very, very end of the Cretaceous. In fact, we were one of the very last in a long line of large theropods. Oh yes, we do have something special about us. We have the strongest bite of any known land animal ever.
Well, I guess that's good then.
But honestly, Rex, we're just poorly drawn cartoon T-Rexes.
I suppose so. Well, it doesn't matter anyway, since a giant asteroid came down and killed all of us anyway.
Oh, but that was just the last nail in the coffin. For example, many volcanoes formed around this time that were constantly erupting. These volcanoes spewed poisonous gases into the atmosphere that made it hard for animals and plants to survive. Also, all the waters dried up.
Okay, Prof, stop with the heavy stuff. Let's move on. What happened after the asteroid hit?
Well, the dinosaurs that weren't lucky enough to be evaporated on impact had to endure months, if not years, of darkness caused by the asteroid's debris obscuring the sun. This darkness killed almost all the plants and the herbivores that ate them. Then, the dinosaurs that preyed on the herbivores also died. And finally, those that were still alive after all that were eventually killed off by the cooler temperatures caused by the lack of sunlight.
All right, Prof, we're done. I can't do this anymore. This is just too depressing.
Wait, Rex, hold up. I've got lots of information about the Permian-Triassic extinction to share with you. We have many more videos. Please check them out. And don't forget to subscribe.